You don't lose people when you step into your self-worth. You reveal who was only there because you didn't have any. Let that land. Because when divine feminine energy begins to rise inside you, the first thing that shifts is not your world. It's what you're no longer willing to tolerate inside it. And that's when everything starts changing. This episode is not about ego. It's not about arrogance. It's not about feeling better than anyone. This is about something much deeper. This is about remembering who you were before the world taught you to shrink. Because divine feminine energy does not beg for love. She does not chase attention. She does not over-explain her boundaries. She simply is. And what is aligned finds her. What is not falls away. And that's the part most people misunderstand. They think divine feminine energy is soft, gentle, yielding. But true softness is rooted in knowing your worth. Because when you know your worth, you no longer prove yourself. You no longer audition for love. You no longer accept breadcrumbs from people who could have offered you a feast. You start choosing differently. You start moving differently. You start vibrating differently. And suddenly, the same world that once ignored you starts responding to you. Not because you became harder, but because you became whole. See, self-worth is the frequency that decides what enters your life. It is the invisible gatekeeper of your reality. When your self-worth is low, you attract people who mirror that. People who take, people who drain, people who confuse love with control. But when divine feminine self-worth awakens, you stop attracting predators. You start attracting equals. Because your energy no longer says, please choose me. It says, I am already chosen. And this is where many people become uncomfortable with you. Because you are no longer easily manipulated. You are no longer afraid to walk away. You are no longer afraid of being alone. And the world has always depended on people being afraid. But divine feminine energy was never meant to live in fear. She was meant to live in alignment. You don't raise your standards to punish others. You raise them to honor yourself. And when you do, your nervous system relaxes. Your intuition sharpens. Your creativity flows. Because self-worth isn't something you think, it's something you embody. It shows up in who you let into your life. It shows up in how you speak to yourself, and it shows up in what you tolerate. And once you see that, you can never unsee it. The divine feminine doesn't need to scream her value. She radiates it, and people feel it. That's why some people pull away when you heal. That's why some people grow distant when you rise. Because you became clear. And clarity is intimidating to those who live in chaos. So if lately you've been losing people, if conversations feel different, if you're less willing to overgive, that's not you becoming difficult. That's you becoming aligned. That's divine feminine energy coming online inside you. And this is the part that leads to abundance. Because abundance doesn't come from hustle, it comes from self-respect. Money flows where energy is valued. Love flows where boundaries are honored. Opportunities flow where confidence lives. When you believe you are worthy, the world begins to agree. Not immediately, not easily, but inevitably. Because reality always reflects identity. And when your identity shifts, everything else follows. So, if you've been feeling like something is changing inside you, if you've been saying no more often, if you've been walking away without guilt, you're not becoming distant. You're becoming sovereign. This is divine feminine energy remembering herself. And once she does, she is no longer available for anything that dishonors her soul. She chooses peace, she chooses alignment, and she chooses herself. And from that place, everything she desires begins to move toward her. Because when you finally know your worth, you stop chasing. And what's meant for you comes running.